Hello guys, in this video I'm going to show you how you can convert your responsive website into an Android app. It's not really complicated. I'm going to use Android Studio for that, and let's see how we can do it. So first of all, the prerequisite is you need to have a website, of course, and it should be a responsive website. And what do I mean by responsive website is like this. So whenever it's opened in the mobile view like this, it's kind of a mobile view, it should be mobile friendly, right? So you can see the menu contracts according to the mobile view, and then you can browse to the menu like this. Okay, and when I click something, you can see this. Okay, so this is my website which I want to convert to an Android app, which is Easy Online Converter. If you want, you can visit this website for converting many values to another values. And now let's see how we can convert this website into an Android app. So first of all, open your Android Studio. If you don't know how, you can download and install Android Studio. I will paste a link of a video in which I have shown you how you can download and install Android Studio on your Windows operating system. So open your Android Studio and create a new Android project, and in here give the name to your project. I'm going to name it as Easy Online Converter, and I'm going to click next. And right now leave everything as default. You can choose the last one or latest version, but it may be not compatible with all the devices. So I prefer to use for now 4.1 Jelly Bean, which covers 73% or 78% of devices. Okay, now click next and choose the blank activity. Click next and leave everything as default. If you want, you can change the name of your main activity, but I don't want this, so I will click finish now. So now our project is created, and the first thing we are going to do is we are going to remove this hello world component from here. And then what we are going to do is in the palette section here, we will search for the web view. So search for web view and drag and drop into your activity here. Okay, and now what we are going to do next is we will just select our web view and go to the properties here, and we will just choose fill parent, and the height also, layout height also, fill parent. Okay, and you can just resize it like this. Now next step is to go to your Java folder here and open your main activity.java, and in here first of all we are going to declare a web view variable. So just write private web view. So just search for web view and give a name to it, for example web view. Okay, and now once you have created your variable, just copy your variable and go to your on create method here, and just here just paste your web view, and then we are going to call this web view by casting it. So what we need to do, just give a bracket here and then just write web view, and then outside the bracket just write find view by ID. So it will find your component using your ID, and then just write r dot id dot your web view ID, which is web view in our case. Now here you may be confused because your component ID is also web view, and your private variable is also web view with the same spelling. So for example, I can change it to my web view so that it will be clear which is what. Okay, so just do it here. Now the second step is just create a variable, one more variable, which is web view settings, and just name it as web view settings is equal to, then just take your my web view and then call a method called get settings here. The next step is to take your web settings from here and then call a method called set JavaScript enabled is equal to true. And what it's going to do is it's going to enable the JavaScript in your web view. So whenever you use a website which is using JavaScript, it's going to support this. Okay. Now next step is to take your web view variable, which is my web view in my case, and then call a method called load URL, and in the double quotes give the URL for your website. So I will just copy the URL of my website from here and paste it in these double quotes. Okay. Now whenever you are using a web view, in order to give your device the permission to use internet, you need to change the manifest file from here. So go to the manifest folder and open android manifest.xml file from here, and in here at the top you can create one more element here, and you can use this uses permission attribute here, and then you just need to choose the permission which we want to allow. So in our case we want to choose Android permission for internet. So just search for this, which is this one, Android permission internet, and then close your element like this. Now once everything is done, we are going to test our app. So just click this green button here, and then it's going to run our app in the emulator provided by Android Studio to us. So now our app is running on the emulator, and you can see this website, it's looking same as we have seen on the browser, right? Now for example, I will click one button here. What it happens, let's see. So I'm going to just click this checksum calculator, for example, and let's see what happens when we do this. So what happened is it's going to open this URL in the browser, and this we don't want. We want that whenever we click some option here, it should be opened in your app itself, right? So we are going to correct this thing in a moment. The second thing, we want to add the functionality for the back button, right? So whenever we want to browse the pages forward and backward, then we want to add the functionality for that. And the last thing you may observe here is the padding around your app. So you can see a little bit of margin is left here around your app, which also we are going to remove. Let's see how we can do these things. So to solve the first problem, we are going to go to once again to our main activity.java file, and in here we will take our my web view variable, and then we will call a method called set web view client, and then we will just call new web view client. Okay. And what this line of code will do is it's going to prevent your URLs to open in the browser. So whenever your app is open and when you click some link, it's not going to open this link in the web browser. Okay, so this line is for that. I'm going to minimize this thing so you can see better. Now to add the back button functionality, there is a predefined method here which we can call, which is called on back press. So just write on, and it's going to show you this IntelliSense. Just press and select on back press, and this is going to add this method here. Now whenever the back button is pressed and we are browsing our website, we want that we will go to the last page we have browsed. So we will add a condition here, and this condition is just take your my web view first of all, and then we will first of all check if we can go back. So there is a method called can go back, and it replies a boolean value. So if in the app you can go back, then it's going to return true, and in this case what we will do, we will go back. So just take your my web view object and then call a method called go back. So if you can go back, you will go back, else you will exit the app. So just write else and this line will be inside this else condition. If you want, you can add these bracket, but for one line you don't require, but let's add it for the sanity. So this is for the back button functionality. Now the third thing was the padding, extra padding. If you want to remove this extra padding from here, then go to your activity underscore main.xml file, and in here in the top there are some properties related to these padding. You can see here this padding left, padding right, padding top, and padding bottom. So these are the attribute which are responsible for adding the padding around your app. But in our case, we don't want this padding, so we can remove these four attributes: padding bottom, padding top, padding right, and padding left. And don't remove anything else. So just remove these things and then save your code, and then we are going to once again run our app. Okay, so let's see what happens when we run our app. So app is once again running, and let's click on some of the button or some of the links here. For example, this case converter, and when I click on this case converter, this time it's going to open inside the app this link. You can see it has opened this link inside your app. It doesn't go to the browser to open this link here. And let's browse some more links here, and we will check the back button functionality after that. So I'm going to click this checksum link, and it opens this checksum. And once again I'm going to open, for example, this decimal binary hex converter from here, and it's opening this URL right inside your app. And when I press this back button from here, it will go back to the last browsed page, and once again go back, and once again go back, and then we are in the main home page of our app. And now this time when you click this back button, it's going to close this app, right? So in this way you can convert your website into Android app. Now the thing which is remaining is you need to just create a APK file of this app and then upload it on Google Play or any other app store. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and bye for now.